Kabang! Howdy, folks. We're at our world headquarters, dripping sweat.
It's really not that hot. You know, I worked with a guy.
You're this good looking, you're hot.
I worked with a guy.
You've worked with a lot of people over the years.
And I probably told this before, but people used to complain to him.
Why you got the Christmas mug again? Are you infatuated with that cup? Can't you get an attractive cup like mine?
We're going to talk about the cup situation here in a minute. But this guy I worked with, everybody would complain about how hot it is.
Uh-huh.
And they said, 110 degrees in the shade. And you know what he said? He said, you don't have to stay in the shade if you don't want to. So, you know, this is hot.
I need one of those big things to beat on when you do that gong or whatever that's called.
Gong?
Tell one bad jokes. I can just go.
So I decided to take up dieting. I'm on a diet. And,
seafood diet.
I ate 3 donuts today.
3 donuts.
Mm-hmm.
And you're drinking fluffy coffee now.
Yep.
Okay.
But I'm doing pretty good on the diet.
Uh-huh.
Because I wanted 4 donuts.
That ain't how that works.
It's not how it works?
Nope.
All right. So, folks, here's my problem. I come over to the world headquarters here, and I use his highfalutin coffee machine to make a cup of coffee.
That's Ivea's coffee cup.
And the only coffee cups in there are like little shot glass coffee cups that you get like a sip of coffee, or a monstrosity 5-gallon pail like you have.
That's my little one.
So this is kind of the in-between size here.
That's because for its kid.
That's
my daughter's hot chocolate mug.
I'm kind of embarrassed to be using it.
Hot chocolate mug.
I'm going to bring some of my own
You'll
coffee
do what
mugs.
your wife did and bring your own. I mean, hers holds maybe more than mine.
Hers is a gallon jug, yes. Coffee, yes.
She zoops that up with that high testosterone, high estrogen, high octane, nitrous infused.
Yep.
Coffee.
And when she comes home, she's like a 2-stroke engine. Yeah, that doesn't stop. Yep. She talks.
Kind of like when you pull the chainsaw trigger and you pull it all the way open.
I sat down on the couch the other day and I thought I'm going to watch a little bit of TV because we don't watch much TV, but late at night I watch some TV. And bless her heart, she talked for like an hour and a half before she stopped for breath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know how much caffeine she drinks when she's down there working, but
the girls might consume a lot.
Yeah, probably.
They get highly motivated.
So the English language, fascinating. I love English. I did very well in English in school. I passed English 101, passed English 102 in college. And I couldn't tell you the difference between a comma and a semicolon to this day. Anyways, so English language. You know, in tsunami.
You done lost me.
In tsunami. You know how to spell tsunami? You're the one that talks on big letter. No, tsunami. The big wave, like when you and I jump in a pool.
A tsunami.
Yeah, the T is silent.
I don't have a lake or river out from here, bud.
No, when you and I go chunky dunking in the pool.
It
creates a tsunami.
We've never been to the pool.
The T is silent. You know that. Well, in psychology,
my T and my T is not silent.
No, it's not. It's not. But the P in psychology is silent. Right? You follow me? The H in honest is silent.
I wouldn't follow this character nowhere, folks.
And the K in knife is silent. When you get to wife, you know what's silent? The husband.
I just get scared when my wife don't talk at all. She goes monotone.
Your wife is so sweet. Your wife is so sweet, you know. There's a fine line to understanding our wives. Fine line. It's drawn somewhere between Mountain Dew and dark chocolate.
Don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that.
So watch the dude come out of the building over there.
Yeah, those buildings are all closed down.
Okay.
I'm glad I have the squirrels over here to keep me.
Where did you pick up all the squirrels in my house?
No, Theodore just had some babies.
That's demon spawn.
No, it's not. Theodore looks really good. We got is it
What
Melissa
the
and
Tommy
Jen?
girls?
Melissa
Man,
and
because he
Jen,
looked freaking creepy.
No, they thought he looked pretty hot, especially with his cowboy
that's why
hat.
they tried sprucing him up.
Oh man, he's a slick looking squirrel, folks. He's a slick looking squirrel. Don't pick on the squirrel.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we need to get on to the real political problem of today.
The endeavorness?
Yeah, the political problem of today.
This is what I found.
This is what you found?
I found that out.
You found that out?
I showed you, remember?
You did show me, but neither one of us could read. We had to ask somebody else to read it to us.
No.
You had your fine glasses. You want to tell the folks what you read on there?
See, folks, this is peanut butter.
Well,
See
I'm
that
watching
crap?
spiders crawling up.
Better not be. It's peanut butter. Peanut butter. It's crunchy peanut butter at that.
Mm-hmm.
Says peanut butter several times and crunchy. You turn over on the back, contains peanuts in big bold letters. Not under the ingredients, but as a caution, contains peanuts. I would hope in my peanut butter there. The rock just dropped.
Rock just dropped. Oh, the rock.
I would hope that in my peanut butter there was some peanuts. I mean, that's what I'm buying the crap for.
You
to
know,
get some protein on my dang peanut butter and honey salmon.
I thought the flies in your tea were the protein.
Son, that's not funny. I'm gonna throw this at you. But they got a warning on here. This is crazy. What part of America can't understand if you buy a jar of peanut butter, there's peanuts in bold?
We live.
I'm getting mad.
You are getting mad. You are getting mad.
My blood pressure just went up 10 points.
We're living in a
My
society.
cardiologist is watching. Turn it off.
We are living in a society where we have to put warning labels on these things. You know,
Is that why
somebody sent
people
me a
used to
picture.
have bumper stickers that said "Dumb and Dumber"?
Yes. Somebody
Okay.
sent me a picture the other day, and it was a sign in front of the river, and it said "Caution, River."
I've seen that before.
Okay. Peanut butter.
Or caution, water ahead.
Yes. Peanut
That's
butter.
a fact, Jack.
Peanut butter that has a warning label that says contains peanuts. We live in, isn't it 2022 now? We think we honestly have the perception, whether we acknowledge it or not, we think we're the smartest people group to have ever lived.
No.
And yet on coffee we have to put caution, huh? No, really? There's steam coming off it. What do you expect?
Well, when you order hot coffee,
Or
I
peanut
expect it to
butter.
be hot.
Or peanut butter, we have to put caution, may contain peanuts. No.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Next, I'm gonna have to put caution. It's rock. It's heavy.
You probably are gonna have to. If somebody drops that on their foot, they could sue you.
Like my
because
toe?
They could sue you.
I got a red broken toe right now. Darn it.
Yeah.
And I tried whacking another one off today.
Kind of scary looking.
Yeah, I'd wear flip flops. It was hurting again. I was
You
running up the steps.
Yeah.
You know, I got monster feet.
Yeah.
And I kicked the next step with that bad toe.
Really?
I danced.
Did you say any words?
No, I just hold my breath really hard and say, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus." I still got a toe.
Okay. So when you're
But I about thought I was going to pass out before the pain went away.
when you're in bed with your beautiful bride,
We don't go to bed
spouse.
at the same time.
when you're in bed with your beautiful spouse.
Maybe that's when I fall asleep on a recliner and she's sitting next to me.
Okay, but then that works too for this illustration. And they get up to go to the bathroom and stub their toe.
Yep.
Don't laugh out loud.
No.
Bury your head into the pillow and cry in the pillow, but do not laugh out loud, even though it's funny.
I don't. I've almost.
You
always
live in
got-
fear.
No.
You live in dramatic fear
I
from your wife.
sympathize with that. I've almost always got a busted toe. Always.
Well,
Today, my other big toe, well, I was goofing off.
Well, that's what you get for goofing
And I
off.
threw Caution to the wind.
Yeah, you threw caution to the wind. You saw the river sign that said river, and you said, "Oh, I'm not going to get wet," or you're allergic to peanuts, and you ate peanut butter because it didn't say caution may contain peanuts.
Right.
Okay, you threw
I
caution to the wind.
understand that you need to have labels on some things.
Uh-huh.
Like if I bought a bag of noodles and there was peanut particles in it, I'd probably want to know that.
Uh-huh.
You know? Or if you go to a fancy restaurant and you ordered some crap like French fries, they're deep fat fried, and if they're going to fry them in peanut oil, you'd want to know that. Because I'd order more because I like the peanut oil.
Yeah, okay. I'm following.
You need to put a label on that.
Okay.
But my Lord, folks, it's peanut butter. Did we get the part that it's peanut butter?
You know, I'm still caught up that we are in a society that we are okay with being treated like we're idiots.
I think we need to make a new sticker for people and sell it on the interweb.
No,
You ready for this?
What's that? Here's your sign. Jeff Foxworthy already did that.
Nope. We need to make a new caution sticker.
Yeah.
We can sell it to everybody. Oh my gosh, we're getting attacked by heathens.
We have a crowd watching us.
You can scrub that window tomorrow.
What do we need to make a sign that says?
Okay, I got an epiphany.
Okay.
We need to make caution, cold contents for every ice maker in the world. We'd be bazillionaires.
Probably.
There's a lot of ice out there.
But here's
See, there's
the
ice
thing.
in my cup right now.
And probably a diving fly or two.
No, I got enough ice in there. That
All right.
I want.
All right. So
what?
here's the thing now.
Did you really rob all my squirrels? There's like 30 of them over
If
there.
you one tipped over, better set him back up. He fell on his nuts. All right. If you honestly made money on something so stupid, are you going to feel ashamed at night when you go to bed and sleep?
Nope. Nope.
So my whole problem with that peanut butter label, my whole problem with coffee labels, my whole problem with all these other labels we have.
We probably should have Sharpied out the brand of this peanut butter.
No, I don't.
I'm not responsible for that ad or actions, folks.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. We're advertising squirrels here too, and we're advertising a smiling snowman.
You know what else we can make money on? Okay, so I've seen canned possum and canned raccoon.
Ooh, really? Where can I get canned raccoon? I'd eat some of that.
Canned squirrel.
The squirrel's
Got
good, buddy.
permits.
Squirrel's good.
You ever had squirrel pizza?
I've had
Man, it's
squirrel
good.
casserole all the time.
It's good.
Yep, my mother-in-law makes some good squirrel casserole.
She lives in Alaska.
Yeah, but back when she was here. So
Did you run her off?
That's a whole nother conversation in
Okay.
itself.
Moving
But,
along. Changing gears.
The whole warning label, whole system that we live in,
We live.
we are okay. We have become okay as a society with being stupid. And we've become okay in society as being treated as if we're
they like
idiots.
lawsuits.
Yeah, but somehow the court systems have allowed these lawsuits.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't want to go down that rabbit.
I'm not being critical
I'm
on
not
anything.
going down that rabbit trail. 'Cause
I'm
I
not being critical on
My
anything.
blood pressure would go up another 10 points, and I had to go pop some aspirin.
But I have spilled hot coffee on myself.
And what'd you expect it to be?
And you know what? It burns.
It's hot.
And you know what? The only person I blamed was myself.
So
Because that's back in the
did you
day.
say
growing
self?
up-
What'd you do that for?
Yeah, basically. Back in the day when you did something stupid, your mom and your dad had said, well, what'd you learn from that?
Well, things have changed.
Things have changed. We've gotten stupid.
Let's talk about something fun.
Something fun.
Something fun.
Something fun. Okay. What's fun?
Well, you got Sermon on the Mount.
Yes, we do.
Is it going to be? Well, nope, it'll be over by then.
It's next weekend.
No, wait.
It's last weekend.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Technically, it's tomorrow. This is pre-recorded. Technically, this would be for tomorrow.
Because somebody is being a world traveler. They're going out to do this. What I saw?
I gotta
saw a
make my
picture of
rock
you.
star performance.
I saw a picture of you today. My
That's
wife sent it
weird.
to me. It was this guy, fairly large guy, and he went to the beach and he shaved a six-pack into his hairy belly.
Your daddy's weird, kid.
And our kids are outside the window making faces at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think if I went out there and scooped up a bunch of peanut butter and smeared it on the window, they'd clean the window good? They'd probably lick it all up.
They might lick it all off. Might lick it off. Let's not do that. So, do you want to hear about the whole squirrel casserole thing? So
Still waiting.
I got married to my beautiful wife.
I can't believe you married. I just can't.
Listen. She found a treasure. She found a diamond that was half polished. Okay? So
I want to know what St. Heidi's mom and dad thought about that. I would love to interview him on the show.
So we got married. They watch this show too, so you better be careful.
Y'all got to email me then. I got to have some dirt. I need some dirt. And I'm not talking dirt up on the top skin. I'm talking like that stuff way down deep.
So
way down yonder.
I got married, and one of the reasons I
tricked
got married
you tricked her into hitching you.
Was I'd go down to her mom's house, and her mom always, every Sunday morning, woo! It was like clockwork. Every Sunday morning, there was homemade coffee cake, and this wasn't just coffee cake.
Did it have walnuts in it?
No. Had enough sugar in it to kill a cow.
No.
But let me tell you, it was the best coffee cake in the world.
No.
And then she would always make.
It's got to have the walnuts in it.
Chicken casserole, chicken and noodles, but there was no chicken. It was Theodore's relatives.
Uh-huh.
And it was the best. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And then she'd make lasagna. And it was the best too.
She put mushrooms in it.
No. Don't ruin it with mushrooms.
Oh,
So
you got to put the mushrooms in the lasagna.
So now when I go down, yeah, I know. I'll tell it to go over to your tea. So now when I go down there, she goes down to the gas station and gets cheese Danish for Sunday morning. Made me cry the first time I was there. I was
she's
like,
probably put up with you long enough and figured I'm doing him a favor by just buying him this much.
it's like going to a wedding.
And maybe he'll quit coming.
It's like, that might be. So it's like going to a wedding, and they had cupcakes, and I love cupcakes. I don't get this big without cupcakes. And I went up there and I got 4 cupcakes.
4.
I got 4.
And
I will be honest with you.
You're
I
gonna
didn't
be
get
honest.
any of them for my wife or kids. But I got back and I took a bite out of the one, and it was pumpkin spice.
Uh-huh.
I gave the rest of them to my family. I said, I got these just for you because I love you all. And my wife says, well, maybe they like pumpkin spice. I said, maybe they should have tried chocolate or vanilla beforehand, and they would realize what they're missing. I don't do pumpkin spice.
Moving along.
Yes.
So, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
In video time world.
Okay.
In interweb world. Tomorrow.
Wasn't there that song, Tomorrow Never Comes?
I don't know.
That was back in your day.
I don't know.
Okay. Tomorrow in video time world.
My brain has deleted enough stuff to put new inventory in.
We have Sermon on the Mount tomorrow. Technically, yes.
But it's actually like 10 days away.
We are excited about Sermon on the Mount. Excited about Luke coming.
Hey, I'm a city guy.
Yes, you're a city guy.
So you need to explain what this is.
Sermon on the Mount.
Yes.
He is preaching on the back of a horse.
Uh-huh.
But he's not preaching about the Sermon on the Mount out of Matthew chapter 5.
Does he sit on it backwards and hold the tail?
Nope. He sits on a horse. He's got a couple world-renowned horses that he's trained. And then he'll be training a horse right there in the arena. And sometimes it gets kind of entertaining because the horse gets kind of... He'll work with a horse that's never been worked with before.
Uh-huh.
And he uses the principles of the horse to compare with our human behavior.
I got a question.
Yes. Sometimes you and I act like the butt end of a horse.
No.
Okay, yes.
I had an epiphany.
You had an epiphany. Okay.
How do I call this feller? I gotta call him tonight.
You got to call him tonight.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay him to train you. I think half the dang world would come see that.
Listen, my wife's been trying for 12 years.
But he got a whoop.
And my wife's been trying for 12 years.
He got a whoop.
Yeah. You know, we...
Are you and Zeke doing tricks? I mean, what's
yeah,
up?
we'll do some whip tricks. And we'll do some...
I gotta talk to Zeke tonight.
Zeke will do his rope spinning. The
I'm gonna
problem
talk
with the
to
rope
Zeke.
spinning is you're supposed to spin it in one direction.
Are you gonna hold the poker cards and Zeke cut it in half?
We might both do it for each other, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you come back, I'll let you hold one.
No.
Yeah. You've had enough nerve damage in your hand, you won't tell if I hit it.
My fingernails.
Your fingernails.
Believe it or not, they're super sensitive.
I see.
Boy, I bent one back yesterday getting in my pocket.
Uh-huh. And folks, I was
I
there
jerked-
for this.
I
was
jerked
there
one
for
tear.
this. He's sitting there. We're all sitting there just calmly talking. He sticks his hand in his pocket and he jumps like he'd just been bit by a jaguar. And he's screaming and whooping and hollering. Tears run down his face. And bloody murder, curdling, screaming.
I did jerk a tear. It hurt.
And after about 10 minutes of trying to calm him down, we figured out what happened. He stuck his hand in his pocket and bent his fingernail backwards.
But they are sensitive. It hurts the.
Now, how is that our fault?
I didn't say it was your fault.
There's certain things in life that you do that you don't always, you don't share with people.
I was about to pee my pants. It hurt that bad.
That's embarrassing. You know, it's sometimes embarrassing going out in public with
For
you.
whatever reason, even the
Now
doctor
I
said
know what my wife
it's
feels
weird
like.
that I have. They had a name for it, but just the top of the tips of my fingers, right where the nails are at, are oversensitive.
Oversensitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't really have anything here, and I've got nothing there.
Okay, so you won't know if we hit you. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
You'll be fine. Those
I'm gonna have to come
extremities,
talk with Zeke.
those extremities will grow back. It'll
No.
be all right. It'll be all right.
I'm gonna have to talk with Zeke.
You have to have a talk with Zeke.
Yep.
Okay. And so, folks, I want to say this disclaimer again because you hear us pick on our wives quite a bit. Maybe Woody more than me, but
What? You should.
We-
The Bible says you shall not lie.
we
shall not lie. No lying.
We pick on our wives, but after they let us have this fun these evenings, we go back and we tell them how much we love them. Or at least I do. Do you do that to your wife?
I hand her a Mountain Dew
Do you hand her Mountain Dew?
with real sugar, not fructose.
With real sugar crack. Do you write
Or
her
I
a
make her
little love
coffee.
note?
Or I make her coffee.
Do you know, I heard the sweetest story the other day. This woman, for you and your good wife, this probably wouldn't work, but this woman, as a kind of, you know how some wives will write love notes to their husbands in their lunch pails and stuff? My wife doesn't do that for me much anymore. She used to, but...
I don't know if she knows how to even say it.
So this one lady, she would take a bite out of her husband's sandwich every day. And that was her way of sharing that I'm there with you, sharing lunch with you.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I just assume have
No.
to bite a sandwich.
No, I think that was really special. I think
No.
that was.
I just assume have to bite.
That's not special in an odd way like people that share toothbrushes. That was just special in a really sweet way. Some people share toothbrushes.
Is that like the deer antlers you guys share to pick your nose?
She's the one I use to pick my ears out with. Yeah. We're not that redneck. Seriously, dude.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. We were discussing that, how I'm a little bit tight with
God
things.
says you shall not lie.
We were discussing that the other day. That
You're bending the truth to the point of
I am a little bit tight.
fractating God's anger.
I am a little bit tight.
You're about to get hit by lightning.
Well, no. Give me.
Then my beautiful lamp would come on.
Yeah, it would.
It'd glow.
It would enlighten us. So, where are you going on this road trip?
Going yonder.
Over yonder. Over the
By the
hills,
time
down
this is
the
planned-
holler, and
By
through
the
the
time
river.
this is planned, I'll be in Lebanon, PA, which is basically Hershey.
Okay, and you're bringing back dark chocolate. I expect dark chocolate when I come back, and when you come back, and I don't want the melted stuff, and I don't want the bite out of it stuff, because that's not. I don't.
You just
I
said
don't
it'd be
care.
cute.
No, only when my wife
Folks,
does
help
it.
me out. Did he not just say?
I expect the 100% cocoa chocolate.
Don't make 100% cocoa chocolate. There's no such thing. 98's it.
I want the 99%.
You're wanting the impossible.
You know, I had a cow one time, and I went to the butcher, and I told him I want it all cut into Delmonico steaks. And he said, you can't do that. And I said, I'll take it somewhere that will. That's a true story. Are those flies bothering you? So you know how there's ducks? It's about, folks, if you don't understand hard rock lingo here, Woody lingo, he's got he's got twitches. And you know, I control my twitches. Most people don't see my twitches, but he's got twitches. And his twitches are about to come unglued because he's got flies buzzing around his teeth.
Yep. My napkin got thrown away.
I gave it to my daughter and I told her to throw it away. Do you want my shoe to put over top of it or something?
No.
You know, there's ducks. There's a certain type of duck. They're diving ducks. And when you're out duck hunting and stuff, you got to watch out for them because they'll dive down under the surface and they'll stay down under there. There's a certain type of fly that's like that too. So, oh, hey, get out. All right, so folks.
Reap what you sow there, son.
There's a story. There's a story. I was traveling
You
with
have
a guy.
a story about
There was a guy
everything.
that was a lot like Hard Rock here.
Uh-huh.
And we were working in Kansas City, and then we had to be over in Springfield, Illinois.
You've told this story before.
Did I tell you that story?
I have heard this story. You made it like there in 3 hours and you made the guy never prayed to pray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the restaurant we went to when we got there?
No.
Okay, so we go over there, make a 4.5-hour trip in 3 hours. And he praying the whole way. Boy, I gave him a good prayer life. I increased his time with the Lord. We get over there and we stopped at this really fancy restaurant. It was one of those 24-hour diners. And I order this one platter of food that's fried potatoes and eggs and I think it probably a slab of ham and some toast and everything. And they bring it out, and my first cup of coffee, you know, I normally don't criticize things, but first cup of coffee had a bright red lipstick mark. So I asked them to take that back, and I got a second cup of coffee. And then they brought me the platter of food. And in the potatoes, we'll mention these squirrels, in the potatoes, there was a foreign object. And I am convinced it was a paper towel that had been wadded up and accidentally fell in the fryer. I'm convinced of that. And all I did is I picked it up and set it beside my plate and I covered it with a napkin. That guy lost it. He lost it. He was yelling at me. I ate my entire plate after that. I ate everything because I was hungry. I was hungry. You would have thought after
My
his
stomach just got
you would have thought after 3 hours of intense fasting and praying that he had just done, he would have been starving. He didn't even eat breakfast. He was so mad at me the rest of the day. Come that afternoon, he came up to me yelling at me, I can't believe you ate that. I was hungry. We had work to do.
Okay. Oh my. So I got baked potato one time at the restaurant. It was a diner too.
Okay.
Might have been local. I'm not going to tell the truth or tell the facts where.
I didn't say the name of the restaurant I went to.
Not in this town. I'll put
Yep.
it that way. Spread my tater apart. It was cut, you know, with tin foil around it. There was a smashed packet of butter inside of it.
They ate free butter.
1 fork potato bite missing. You do the math, folks.
Did you eat it?
No.
Oh man.
There's a zombie kid out there.
Yeah, that's one of my wife's first kids.
No.
So I, you know how we talk about having twitches, you know, both of us have nerve damage in our wrists. So I'm in the food line at church the other day, and I wait till everybody goes through. And I'm there getting those cucumbers with the big tongs. I'm getting
We see you. Behave.
I'm getting the cucumbers with those big tongs. Do you see what happened?
No.
So I got nerve problems. If my pinky goes and collapses up toward my thumb, my whole hand will lock up and then release. Well, needless to say, there's cucumbers everywhere. All over the table. I got some on somebody else's plate. Some on the floor. I got some.
I heard some ruckus, but I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
I knew that you were up there, so I figured something epic had happened.
Yeah, something epic had happened. It's always pretty epic. It's always pretty epic.
That's a fact, Jack.
There's always a story that can be told, always an experience to be had, and always a testimony to be shared.
Yep.
Flies gotta eat too. They're part of God's creation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't eat that much. They do poop every time they land, but it's okay.
I'm about to bring a chicken up here.
Chicken up here. What would we do with the chicken?
They'd eat the flies.
Then we could eat the chicken.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so
what?
getting about that time that we need to wrap this up. Folks have wasted this much time. Do you remember that old show on the radio? It was a radio show. And you listened to it on the radio because it wasn't a TV show.
No.
We had radio. And at the end of that show, well, it worked great because we had radio.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't have TV, so it wouldn't have worked great if it was a TV show. But I remember it because it was a radio show. And at the end of the show, there's two brothers. And they said, well, thank you for wasting a whole another hour with us. And it was a great show. It was an absolute great show. And it was always, don't drive like my brother. And my brother can actually say that. And he does say that pretty often to people. So.
But I heard a good story about it the other day. When I
About
finally get
my
to meet him,
brother?
yeah, when I finally get to meet him, I got to ask him this story about some fireworks.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Which story about fireworks?
The fireworks got shot off into a campfire.
Oh,
They might have been
yeah.
firing guns back at him.
Oh, man. They were out camping.
Zeke was
telling
me.
that story, yeah.
Yeah. It sounded epic.
Well, it was.
I honestly thought he was talking about you at first.
Nope. Some of it was epic until one of the guys got so scared that he didn't know what was
He
happening.
fell.
He ran smack dab into a rock wall. But he's the same guy that I watched. He tried to chase a deer down because somebody told him if you shine a spotlight at a deer, you'll blind him. And you could chase him down and catch him. And he did that, and he took off running, just a boogity, 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 boogity. And he hit a tree about 4 foot off the ground. Yeah. Just like Three Stooges.
So I kind of did something like that once.
Did you?
I was running for dear life.
The deer's life or your life?
Well,
Did you make your wife mad?
no.
Okay.
No, I was about 20-ish.
Okay. Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yep.
30 years ago. That's before I was born.
On Elm Street.
Okay. On Elm Street. Is that
On Elm.
Mayberry?
On Elm Street.
Okay.
And it was about 11:30 at night.
Okay.
And we were playing adult hide and go seek in the woods. It was pretty entertaining.
What's adult hide and go seek?
Bunch of adults play hide and go seek in the woods.
Okay. How many stitches did you end up getting?
I didn't get stitches,
Okay.
but I had to get a skin graft.
Did you?
I was running through the woods.
Okay.
I was chasing people.
Yep, you were chasing people.
I might have been barreling out loud noises and beating my chest.
Really?
Because we're on Elm Street.
Like Sasquatch.
And I was screaming, Freddy gonna get you.
What? Oh, mercy. Freddy wasn't even around at that point.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So
Back in the 60s?
somewhere in the longs of this run, I caught something with the bottom part of my shin. And it
Yeah.
left a divot for life.
Really? Did it hurt?
Oh, I fell to the ground. And, well, I rolled 30 feet forward.
And then you proceeded to continue making grunts and groans and beating your chest?
But not the way I was the first
Oh, okay.
time.
The grunts and groans
It all changed.
It all changed.
And no one came looking for me. They were all pretty mad at me.
I wonder why.
It was fun though.
I wonder why.
Imagine a bunch of adults
Imagine all the people that
going out
was,
into the middle of the cornfield
okay.
playing hide and go seek
Yeah.
about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
No moon.
Yeah. And they just left your sorry butt there.
No, I was in the woods.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to limp out.
Yep. Well,
Took a lot of breaths to walk out.
I bet it did. I bet it did. Did anybody feel bad for you?
No,
Okay. All right.
it was fun night though.
I bet it was. There's a lot
Ready,
of
gonna
things.
get ya!
You know
A
why?
couple of them wouldn't stalk me for a long time because they really gotten scared. They had really thought about that apparently.
Do you know why we don't do things like that anymore?
Our intelligence level has gotten higher.
No, the simple reason is we're fat, overweight, and we don't run.
I still run.
Unless it's to the buffet or to the bathroom after
Did
the
you not hear me
buffet.
say I ran up the steps and kicked my toe?
I've seen you move fast, and I wouldn't call it running. I mean, I don't get a stopwatch out, I get a calendar out.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we need to do a speed walking competition.
Speed walking. I should get a handicap.
No.
Yeah. I should get a handicap.
Nope.
Yeah.
The math don't work out.
It does work out.
How does that work?
I'm shorter, I got shorter legs, takes me longer steps.
You're younger, half my age almost. Okay. You're like probably 100 pounds lighter, and you're barely got shorter legs than me.
No, it took half the time for the spider to crawl up my legs as yours. Folks, the inside joke to this is last time there was some spider webs inside this bar that we're sitting behind. And I think afterwards, after we filmed, he was crying for an hour, shaking his legs out because I told him I saw a spider crawl up his pant leg. And he got like really, really mad at me.
There was a lot of cobwebs on my legs.
Cobwebs.
I'd have been better off just to hop in the shower, but I didn't do it.
I thought about, we could just, like what we used to do at the butchering plant, take a torch and we could singe some of them leg hairs and get them cobwebs off. They'd grow back.
Man, I had a guy come in one time to get a haircut. His hair had been on fire. It was bad. He had about 3/4 of his scalp on fire. And he wanted to know if I would take the time to try to wash his hair clean and shave all his hair off. And I said, well, I don't know. I got a little nervous. Not even about the smell, because the smell, it was bad. I mean, I felt bad for the guy that was so bad. And I took the Old Spice Avon brand, I'm sure, cologne and threw a whole bunch on my face so my nose hairs would just catch on fire. I wouldn't have to smell it that bad. I said, man, I'm thinking you maybe need to go to the doctor. This is bad. He said, no, I got no insurance, and because can't clean it, you don't cut it all off. I've been there, so I said, well, let's go back and let's just see if we can hose some of this out and off and get it good and dry to cut it. Phew, 2 hours it took me to do all that. And that poor guy.
For a $7 haircut, that doesn't really pay.
I didn't even charge. I felt so bad for him, I didn't even charge him. Man, it was bad.
I was working with this girl one time, and she smoked.
You can't throw gasoline on a leaf pile. Folks, it's not it's not even not dangerous. It's beyond dangerous. It kaboomed on him, and
Oh yeah.
he was a very dry-haired scalp person, so it just went up like a Roman candle. It was bad.
So I worked with this girl and she smoked, kind of chain smokes or cigarettes, and she had, remember those old lighters you could turn up? You remember if you took the guards off them, you could continue ratcheting that thing until that flame was like up this tall.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but yes.
Well, I sat there flicking it, and I sat there twisting it, and I was like, man, it's not getting any
You
flame.
did not.
And I was like, there's no fluid in it, so I threw it back down on the counter and I walked away. True, honest to goodness story. No mischievousness in my heart at all.
But you're at.
And she came over and she lit her cigarette.
How'd that work? She had bangs when she was done?
It burned her bangs, her eyebrows, her eyelashes. Everything went up in one poof of flame. So, poof!
Is this another one of the girls you dated for like 6 hours? Because after that, she'd have all you wanted?
No. I thought about dating her, but quickly went out the window.
You jumped out so she didn't kill you? Well, I think it's getting pretty late here. You need to wrap it up.
I need to wrap it up. I told you we needed to wrap it up a while ago, and you get carried away. At least you didn't bring out the number one paper.
Ain't no one carried me away.
Oh no, no one carried you away. No, when
Did you find the fly?
the Bible talks about straining out a gnat with your teeth, and that's why some religious cultures will still drink with clenched teeth to strain anything out. I've had to practice that at times.
Yeah.
Poor Woody here. I just give him anxiety. But I think we need to wrap it up. I'm Shelby Whitney, Cowboy Country Church preacher.
I'm Steve Woodruff, Hard Rock Miner. We're at our world headquarters in Cahokia, Missouri.
Is that in Clark County?
Clark what?
Clark County.
That was my dad's middle name.
Is it?
Clark.
County?
No, Clark.
No, Clark. Okay.
Not Clark Kent.
Not Clark Kent. Okay. All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for watching. We want to thank everybody for spending this time. Not being able to, we do not return this hour back to you. You have given up this hour to spend time with us.
You felt like you wasted it. You did. Bye, y'all.